YouTube, how you doing? It's your girl Tasha. I am coming back to you guys. I know it's been just a little bit of while since you've actually gotten a video, but don't worry, we got a slew of stuff coming back for you. Here we are going to be talking about, for the next few videos, it's going to be all about the 27th annual Stellar Gospel Music Awards that took place this past weekend, January 14th, Nashville, Tennessee at the Grand Ole Opry. Don't worry, I'm not alone on this video. I am bringing back, you guys, my homeboy. I got to meet him while we were there at the Stellar Awards in Tennessee. You guys, if you can, I know you're out there in YouTube land, but still, put your hands together for my homie, Jay, the gospel music lover. Jay, go ahead and tell the people who you be.
Alright, hey, what's up, y'all? I'm back again. About to get into the Stellar Awards stuff, but yeah, I'm excited talking about the Stellar Awards. Like Tasha said, you know, I got to meet her during the Stellar Awards. It was a great experience, and I can't wait to tell y'all about it. So let's get into this.
Most definitely, we're going to do a recap. We'll give you guys some of the winners. We'll say how our predictions were done. By the way, if you missed our prediction videos, I'm actually going to put a link. You can check those out. There'll be a link at the bottom, left and right hand side of the screen. So just click on those, take a listen into, you know, us going in about the nominations and the process.
Yeah, we kind of went in hard.
Yeah, but yeah. I think it was well worth it, you know.
Yeah, it was.
It was truthful, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was honest. But yeah, take a look at, listen to that if you guys would like to do that. I'll put the links on the video so you can have at it. But like I said, we're gonna give you guys some of the winners. Now, a lot of people, I don't know if you've been getting this, Jay, a lot of people have been, you know, because I was tweeting the whole entire time I was at the show too. I was telling them, Kirk Franklin's on stage, you know, so-and-so was doing this. I didn't announce any winners because I kind of wanted to keep that a little surprise.
Right.
But, you know, it's not airing just yet, folks. The first airing is going to be nationally on the Gospel Music Channel on February 11th. So you guys definitely want to stay tuned for that, okay? But, hey, we're going to give you some inside details and behind-the-scenes stuff because, like I said, Jay and I were both in the building at the live taping. And it was my first time. It was Jay's first time. It was an amazing experience. Jay, can you describe how you felt?
Wow. Is all I can really say is wow.
Yeah.
No, for real, like, being that I've grown up watching the Stellars year to year. I mean, ever since I was a little boy. No, seriously. Ever since I was young, like, I always admire, you know, my gospel music artists. Like I said, I'm the gospel music lover, so, you know, just being able to experience that firsthand and actually be in the building and see how everything is put together, it was a great experience. I would tell anyone, if you get the chance, get the money, go. You know, you're gonna have a great time. So it was fun all over the board.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly. It is definitely something that I will make a yearly trip. If I don't do anything else for the year, I will be attending the Stellar Awards weekend. My only complaint was that it was too short for me, so I got to throw in an extra day. That's my only complaint. There was so much. I mean, and the atmosphere was just amazing. You know, a lot of times you meet like secular artists or, you know, celebrities, athletes or whatnot, and you kind of worry about like their attitude, how they're going to receive their fans. And for me, there was none of that, you know, when I ran into different gospel artists or, you know, even other bloggers that I know, people who do YouTube and whatnot. I mean, it was just a great, humble experience. Everybody was, you know, if you came with respect and you had respect for the artists and their time and what was going on with them, you know, even if you asked for a picture, they were like, sure, you know, come on, let's take a picture and whatnot. But I mean, it was just an amazing atmosphere to be amongst other people who also love gospel music. And that's what the Stellar Awards is about. They're celebrating gospel music and, you know, and the gifts that God has given to these artists to, you know, use this as a ministry, as a tool, and they're using their talents to do this. So I love it. You know, we're there to recognize them and just show them some love and appreciation.
Right.
So,
yeah,
it was an amazing experience. I think it took me, even when I arrived, like at the taping, and I kind of like sat down in my seat, I kind of had in my mind that I was going to watch a show that was just going to be filmed, but it took me a minute to kind of like be like, oh, okay, this is for TV, so there's gonna be pauses and breaks, and you know, with the director talking with us and getting the audience involved and everything. It took me a minute to kind of like, I guess, zone in on that, but right. It was like a good awkward feeling, you know.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it definitely takes some time getting used to, because you're expecting it to kind of be like in concert.
Yeah.
And not necessarily after someone just finished singing, you go, okay, in 5, 4, oh, you know, you're not expecting that. Or yeah, the director was like, okay, where you came from? Like, we were just all up in worship, and you just, you know, come up and get some stuff, all right, and sing.
Exactly, the stage is clear. No,
yeah,
like,
the stage clear. No, so it was weird sometimes, but you know, I understand why, you know, they did what they did, but
and they did it really good. It seemed to just flow flawless. Like, there wasn't that many retakes.
Right, it wasn't.
If any, maybe 3 at the most that I can think of. Maybe not even 3. I think I can only think of 2, really. But I mean, to me, it was just an awesome experience. Definitely, yeah, like Jay was saying, folks, if you get the opportunity to go, start saving your money. It doesn't cost a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't cost a whole lot, but just save up some money so you can get your hotel, get your tickets. If you need to fly there, drive, whatever, get there to Nashville, the Grand Ole Opry. It is an amazing weekend. It really is.
No. Sasha, I gotta ask you this.
What's up?
Well, you came in on one from the hotel shuttle, right?
I did.
Okay, so you may not have had this problem, but I was driving. So when I got there, it took us like all day to find this parking lot. We're like, hey. Now mind you, I got my navigator and everything on my phone, and she's telling me to go this way, but I'm like, okay, I don't see it nowhere. So it took us a good minute to find this parking lot, and once we found it, you know, it was like, oh, okay, that's where it's at. But yeah, next year I'm gonna make sure that we get in there the right way, because we was just going all which ways, and it seemed like a lot of other people was getting confused too, like as to how to get in there, because you'll see a lot of people just driving around, back around and around. But anyway,
yeah, you definitely do. That's one of the secrets that I learned, though. It's like they say, even if you're not staying at the host hotel, they say definitely find out where the host hotel is so that you can do the shuttle, because whatever hotel is being the host for the Stellars has the shuttles that'll take you straight there. But then again, I've never been to the Grand Ole Opry, so it's my first time going there. And even on the shuttle, I was like, why is this dude taking us to the movie theater? Because I was like, dude, I don't see nothing. I don't know what I was expecting the Grand Ole Opry to look like, but it's, you know, like you guys out there on YouTube, if you've ever been, you know, then you already know the scenery. But if you haven't been there, the Grand Ole Opry is kind of like sandwiched between this hotel and like this gigantic mall and museum and this zoo. So, you know, I was like, I don't think he know where he going, because all I see is Old Opry 20-plex multi-cinema thing, and I was like, we're not going there.
You know? Yeah, it is not as big as you think it would be, you know?
No, it is not. I was surprised again at how small the arena, but I like that, because I was like, yeah, this is going to be a nice intimate setting. I couldn't see totally everything up top. I was wanting to see how far back the balcony went, because it sounded like whenever like Akatunde was doing the comedy hosting in between shots and everything, and whenever he would like try to get a response from it sounded like they were so far away and it was muted. But you know, that was just good acoustics in the opera house.
She was on the floor, everybody.
See,
so,
wait, no, I ain't want to say.
She a celebrity and everything. You know, she was on the floor with her, all the gospel artists. I was on the balcony, okay, y'all? So, I saw everything. I saw how far the balcony went. But yeah, it was, even though I was on the balcony, I still had a good view of the show.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's very well designed. I really like it. And like I said, it's gonna, when you watch it, folks, on TV, you're gonna think the stage is just huge and ginormous. That's just camera tricks, baby, okay?
They prep them cameras good. I'm telling you.
They really do. That was like my same experience what I had when I went to the X Factor in LA. I was like, everything is so small, so it kind of makes me wonder what the Grammy stage kind of looks like now. I want to see like the Kodak Theater and see what all that looks like.